Big pop here for Bizuda Scrizz.
You hear that? This arena is shaking. It's Bizuda Scrizz.
Bizuda Scrizz, a big fan favorite here at Rising Star Wrestling. Can he get his second win here tonight?
He's the Raging King.
That's what they call him. And his opponent, Jed Hunter, made his debut not too long ago. And we're happy to have him here at Rising Star Wrestling.
For sure, J-Par. You see the reaction from the crowd?
That's right, people love Jed Hunter. And here we go, Bizuda Scrizz versus Jed Hunter. And I hear we might have Arachnid Soul in the arena. It'd be great if he came down for commentary. We'd love it.
Yeah, I don't know how good my mic's gonna be. They got me on this. Oh, okay.
Did you want to help us call this?
Yeah, I'll help you call. Let me boot up the stream.
All right, one of your favorite wrestlers, Bizuda Scrizz, taking on Jed Hunter, trying to get his second win here in the Rising Star Wrestling League.
Oh yeah, well, you know, Jed Hunter's a guy who needs to make a name for himself in this league. We've seen way more of Bizuda Scrizz. He wasn't here at the very beginning, I don't think, but he came in pretty soon after the league started.
Give up.
That's right, Jed Hunter just got here. Bizuda Scrizz, of course, was here in that opening tournament that started off Rising Star Wrestling League right here.
Yeah, Bizuda Scrizz, you know, I always talk about it. He's got that kind of Calgarian style, that Bret Hart Dynamite Kid type style. The technical wrestling, the agility, the intensity, everything that he brings to the table. And when Bizuda Scrizz can get you on the mat and ground you with some of the arm bars and the cross faces, that's when he can really do some damage. Speak of the devil, here's J-Bar's favorite hold.
That's right, applying a sharpshooter right there.
Yeah, an authentic sharpshooter from a Canadian. Bizuda Scrizz now with the front chancery drops Jed Hunter.
That's right.
But I mean, this has been a great league so far. I mean, Rising Star, you know, there was a lot of talk about it in the second half of last year, 2024. You start out with a great tournament in this league, great talent from all over the globe. We saw Ruggaroo and the illegal hammer fist and all that nonsense from last year. As we see this Fujiwara armbar, now this league's really turned into just a solid league of wrestling. Unlike many leagues, this is a league where wins and losses matter. If you follow this league, you understand why a guy who's getting a title shot is getting that title shot. Big boot.
Absolutely, and and thank you for saying all that, Arachnid Soul. And look at this, to your point here, Bizuda Scrizz working that arm.
Yeah, and he actually stepped on the knee, Bizuda Scrizz did. Stepped on the knee that time to keep the leverage on that arm bar. Once again, the big boot.
5 minutes gone.
Jed Hunter ain't no slouch. He done some work AAWA, and is here to test his might against competitors like Bizuda Scrizz and Rising Star Wrestling.
Yeah, well, I mean, money is money, and if your trade is pro wrestling, you go where the money is. A lot of guys are coming up here for opportunities. I almost think back to, as we see what a lot of the kids are calling a paradise lock now, I almost think back to, the early 2000s where there were guys who traveled places like Ring of Honor and TNA, and they were almost like journeyman type wrestlers. And I feel like Rising Star gives guys that opportunity because, I mean, this is a not quite a full-time league, so you can wrestle a full schedule somewhere else and still show up here, make money, win championships.
That's right, but there's only one championship to be won here, Arachnid Soul, and that is the Rising Star Championship.
Yeah, high crotch scooping a slam that time. Bizuda Scrizz, we saw a couple of minutes ago with that Fujiwara armbar, another favorite of J-Par. You've used that along with the sharpshooter and that tap-out club to defeat many guys.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I will say, in terms of especially AAWA, but I mean, basically all online Fire Pro. Canadians, much like pro wrestling and IRL, Canadians have been more dominant than they should have been for the the smaller population that they have. Tiger suplex.
Oh wow! I thought it was. I thought I had him. Wow.
Yeah, there was a hush over both the announce table and the crowd there on that Tiger suplex. 2.9. Not the best ring positioning, but Jed Hunter will follow it up.
Oh, big swanton bomb.
Yeah, off the top that time. Not going for a pin. Back into this Paradise Lock.
Give up.
The referee obviously looking for a verbal submission there. I mean, Bizuda Scrizz would not have had a free hand to tap there if he wanted to quit.
Wow. Just that smash mouth style for Bizuda Scrizz. He applies the sharpshooter one more time.
Bizuda Scrizz he's not the biggest guy in the world.
Oh, look at this.
He's one of the more intense guys in the locker room. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Once again, the Fujiwara armbar in this match.
And we wanted to reply to what you said about the Canadians in AAWA in the wrestling league around here, but this match has just been so good.
Yeah, you don't catch a break.
Right. So yeah, I appreciate what you're saying about that Arachnid Solar. Definitely, we got the likes of myself, Travista, in around this league, and here we go, Bizuda Scrizz now going back to that crossface.
Yeah. Travista, who just almost killed a man a couple of days ago, Bill Dobson, with a diamond knee and an AAWA banned from TV championship bout. Travista coming out on top of that one.
Ooh, snap suplex, nice and snug. Canadians, we got a love for wrestling, we got a love for this sport, and I think that's what brings it out. That's why you see a lot of Canadians who are such great wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, I think about guys in real life, Gene Knitsky, Bret Hart. I mean, many consider those two the greats of all time. Michinoku Driver, maybe for the women, somebody like Gail Kim, super kick.
1, 2.
No,
I thought that was it. He took his head off of that super kick.
Yeah, couldn't have been more perfectly placed, too. There was no rope break there. Bizuda Scrizz had no choice, had to kick out.
And while we're talking about Bret Hart, and as you said, Bizuda Scrizz, he emulates himself after, the Hart family dungeon and the way they train and the way they wrestle. And you can see that Jed Hunter has some influence here from Shawn Michaels, so this is turning out to be quite a match here. Oh, yeah.
Well, Canadians were always very proud of the Harts, and Americans were always, very indifferent to Shawn Michaels.
Give up.
And this has been a heck of a match, a great technical match between these two guys right here.
Yeah, modified double wrist lock that time from behind we saw a couple of seconds ago. Backhand knife edge chopped.
Number 1.
4 to complete the series, and Jed Hunter says he's number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Might want to stay on Bizuda Scrizz. I mean, if you get this man down instead of posing and taunting. But...
And now, slams him down with that spine buster.
And Bizuda Scrizz also a guy who can take to the air. We've seen him come off the top rope with things like headbutts and frog splashes. Fujiwara armbar here.
He said that was it. He thinks he's going to tap here. He's trying to get to those ropes there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jed Hunter's a tough guy. And he's one of these guys, sometimes he'll let his arm get dislocated if he thinks he can still get a rope break.
Oh, but that was... Wow.
Yeah, Bizuda Scrizz with that fighting spirit drives through with the lariat that time, drops Jed Hunter.
Beautiful side Russian leg sweep from Jed Hunter this time.
Jed sent to the corner now. Bizuda Scrizz tying that man up in the tree of woe.
Now I like this.
A couple of boots there, shades of the Taskmaster, Kevin Sullivan. Hammerlock now into a front chancery from Scrizz. And one of the criticisms of Bizuda Scrizz is he just hasn't been consistent enough in the league.
That's gotta be it.
That's it, yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah. Bizuda Scrizz, like I was saying, one of the criticisms is he just has not been consistent enough in the league, AAWA and now here. But Jed Hunter gets the Duke here tonight, exhausted himself, but it's a big win here tonight for Jed Hunter.
That's right. Hit him with a signature super kick the Headhunter, and Jed Hunter will continue his win streak here in Rising Star Wrestling. Hit him with that Headhunter kick, 95% on that. 60 minutes game time. Your winner, Headhunter. Jet Hunter, I should say.